Yes, hello. Good evening, everyone. Just let people in here. So, wow, we are already at 100. So that's great. You do great. So welcome, everyone. So before we start, it's always nice to know where you come from, everyone. So if you would like to put in the chat where you're from, that would be great. So we have, yes, from Sweden and Germany, Italy. Yeah, it's from Spain, of course. Yes. Poland, Switzerland, UK, from everywhere. And Sevilla. How's the weather in Sevilla? Oh, you got your first compliment, Schora. You're looking amazing. All right, great. Germany as well. From Schleswig-Holstein. Yes, and from France. Bienvenue de France. Bienvenue tout le monde. So we are already increasing the numbers. That's great. That's great. So tonight we read the second topic, but just before we start, it's about skin concerns. So let's ask a bold question. So are there in the audience people who have specific skin concerns, and which one would be maybe nice to see which one will be which is a major concern here. So if you want to share that, like fine lines and wrinkles or uneven skin tone, sagginess, because that is what we are going to talk about in a few minutes. Yeah, and uneven skin and yeah, wrinkles. Okay. Yeah, so it's a quite good topic tonight, I would say. Very interesting and important topic. So that's good to know. So we are now, well, we are approaching the 200. That's great. That's great, Schora. We have a good audience tonight. That's great. All right. So if people are still joining, I would say let's get started. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's skincare masterclass. My name is Daan Homberger, and I'm from the Netherlands, and I am the Regional Business Development Manager for Netherlands, Belgium, and France at Beyond Beauty Club. And I have the honor to host this call for you this evening. But before we dive into the details, I just wanted to point out first that we have translations available in different languages, such as Italian, French, German, Polish, and Spanish. And as you can see on this slide, you can click on the globe at the bottom right and then select your preferred languages. So let's wait a few seconds so everyone can set this up for themselves. So you just go to the bottom right and click on the globe and then select your requested or desired language for translation. So because we have all translators ready to do that for you. Okay, so if everyone has done that, then let's get down to business. Because tonight we have the second out of 4 skincare masterclass courses. And last month we talked about the skin basics in our first masterclass. And during the second course, we will be talking about different skin concerns, how to treat these, and which products will help to get the best results. We will be addressing 5 different skin concerns, which are, first of all, the uneven skin tone. Then we have fine lines and wrinkles. We talk about sagginess and loss of firmness. We talk about uneven skin texture and blemishes. And finally, redness and sensitive skin. And to do all that, I'm not alone with this. I would like to first introduce our special guest speaker, of course, for this evening, who will tell you all about these topics. So she's originally from the Hanover region in Germany, but already living many years in the Netherlands. She has been active in the beauty industry for already 12 years and has her own beauty academy for already 11. She joined Beyond Beauty Club since February 2024 when the Dutch market opened for business. So I'm really honored to present our special guest of this evening, Schora Aryant. Welcome, Schora, and good evening to you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope that most of people are inside. We're already at 211. That's amazing. Thank you, Dan, for the nice introduction. As
Pleasure.
Dan already mentioned, I will just give a short introduction to myself as well. I'm Shora. I'm 36 years old and or young, however you want that, right? And yes, I have my beauty business for quite a while already, over a decade, and it has a lot to do with skin but also with permanent makeup, and I'm super happy to be part of Beyond Beauty Club. And I think it's good to maybe let you know how I got in touch with Beyond Beauty Club and why I in the first place chose to be here. And for me personally, it was Dr. Simon Ourian, which actually fits perfectly with the products today. But I know Simon Ourian for, I think, about 15 years. I'm following him. He was always very famous in the, specifically if you're in the beauty industry and you're interested, and you do your research, then you know about him. And yeah, so I came across some advertising from my beautiful Rachel, and I saw that it's possible to work with his products. So I said to myself, I'm going to try the products first for a while to see how they are. I was quite sure that he will not disappoint me, but you never know. And since I have a beauty business, I needed to make sure that also my customers are actually satisfied. So I tried it myself and I loved it. And that's how I slipped into Beyond Beauty Club. And this is for already 1.5 years now. So I'm very happy to be able to also share my knowledge with you all today.
Yes, thank you, Shora. And we are talking about addressing specific skin concerns this evening. So,
Yes.
and also we have the complementary products, which are the daily essentials.
Yeah.
And that is the basics, of course, which you need to use. And apart from treating the specific concerns, we will dive into the other products that we have to treat these. And the basics we did last time with the daily essentials. So let's go first to the first one of the 5 skin concerns we are addressing today. And the first one is uneven skin tone, which I think we are all confronted with at some point, certainly while we are aging. At least I noticed this in myself when looking in the mirror. But what can you tell us about this first skin concern?
Yes, so of course, uneven skin tone. Well, uneven skin tone is a problem, or let's say a condition. It's not necessarily a condition, but it's a concern that we all might run to, specifically if we age. With age, unfortunately, also the dark spots might get more. Hyperpigmentation might increase in your body and on your skin. And what we mean by uneven skin tone is, of course, things like dark spots, sunspots, even if you have freckles. Yes, that's also part of it. Some people have a little bit higher melasma production in their body and in general hyperpigmentation. A lot of people or women also get this during or after pregnancy. And I think it's just important to know how we can try to avoid more hyperpigmentation and how we can try to avoid basically yeah, or protect our skin from that, right? So it can happen through hormones, it can happen through aging, it can happen through extreme sun exposure, but it can also be genetics. However, there is certain ingredients that will definitely help you to brighten your skin and to protect your skin from those concerns. Number one and most important is a vitamin C. So we have our vitamin C glow serum, right? A vitamin C serum, and specifically our vitamin C serum has a 20% and is bioavailable, which means it's really absorbed properly. It has a very high percentage of vitamin C. And this doesn't only protect you from the outside, so it doesn't only help you to brighten spots, but it also definitely helps you to just protect your skin from outside factors. Yeah, so let it be anything like we walk through the day through the streets, right? And there is just so much in the air even that our skin needs protection from, and there is also where the vitamin glow serum definitely helps us. And then of course we also have the niacinamide that is, for example, in our toner, which helps us to just even out our skin a little bit extra. Now we also have the AHA exfoliants. Now AHA stands for alpha hydroxy acids, and this is a chemical exfoliant that is used in skincare to remove dead skin cells, and it's also going to speed up the cell turnover. Yeah, so why do we want to use this? We want to use this because our skin needs about 28 days to recover itself and to build new to get rid of the old skin cells and to build new skin cells again. For example, if you have a scratch on your hand, you will see that it takes a couple of weeks to recover. This is just the recovery time of our skin. But the AHAs are there for us to get rid of the dead skin cells that keep sitting on the top of your skin, that are just a little bit harder to remove. And also these dead skin cells, of course, are a little bit darker than usual. And that is why it helps to do the chemical exfoliants, our AHA and BHA exfoliating mist, maybe once a week. And then, of course, never forget your SPF 50. Yeah, you want to make sure that you protect your skin from sun damage. And the beautiful thing about our SPF is that it is a UVA and UVE protectant. And my favorite part of it is that it just gives you the most amazing glow as well. And we all want that glass skin nowadays. So yeah. And then I have a couple of expert tips for you. Don, you can, yes, perfect. Thank you. So number one, prioritize sun protection, because this is where it starts. This is the most of the time we get it from sunbathing and just being out in the sun. Use gentle exfoliants, which means don't over exfoliate your skin. We don't want to damage our skin barrier. We just want to make sure that we get rid of the dead skin cells so that we can glow and shine and that the dark spots are a little bit reduced. And most important, whatever you do, of course, the consistency. Yeah, we need to do it on a regular basis. Otherwise, it's not going to help. If you live in a very, very hot country, I suggest take the vitamin C in the evening, and otherwise you could also take it in the morning.
Great, and that was only the first one, right?
Yeah, only the first one.
Great, very good. So we have the second one here. That's fine lines and wrinkles. And any experience with these already, Schora?
Of course, unfortunately.
Yeah, I also do.
You do too, yeah?
Yeah,
Tell me, where's
absolutely.
your wrinkles? You look so young then.
Especially when I laugh.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
That's what we
because
all have
that's
it.
also because of aging, of course. And although there's an absolute beauty in getting older, we sometimes do want to minimize some of these consequences, right?
Of course, that's what what we all want. We want to look a little bit younger, but still in a very nice and natural way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So what can you tell about the key ingredients here?
Well, I think most important is, of course, first of all, fine lines and wrinkles are totally fine. We don't have to like overdo anything, but yes, it comes with age. It comes with repeated expressions, like you said, laughing. Yeah, some people have like the crow's feet. We have the wrinkles around our mouth. It can be for everyone something different. But also comes through, of course, loss of collagen over time. If we lose around 1 to 3% of collagen from our 21st, yeah, with 21 years it starts, so 1 to 3% per year you're losing. So it does make a difference if we get older. That's just how it is. And of course, also fine lines and wrinkles can come actually from dehydration as well. It is not always only aging. Yeah, that's something that we need to all admit, that maybe we need to just drink a little bit more or take extra care of our skin with extra hydration. And for those things, there are a couple of key ingredients that are definitely important. But let's go to the first one, peptides. Does anyone know what peptides actually are? If you do, write it in the chat.
I think that's a very interesting question, because
right. Anyone here? Anyone knows what peptides are? Come on. No?
I don't
Let's
think
wait.
so.
No?
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay, let's see. So you have to imagine peptides. There are basically a small chain of amino acids. And these amino acids can build as a building block for essential skin proteins that we need. And this is, again, so important when we talk about proteins for skin as well. Yeah. And then these proteins, such as collagen and elastin, can be produced or basically can be improved by peptides in skincare. Yeah. And through peptides, skincare can help us to improve firmness, to smooth out the fine lines, and also to just support the natural repair of our skin. Yeah. And it's very important to know that peptides are also something where we actually need to give it a little bit time. It's something that takes time to show and takes time to actually do its work. So if you take any form of peptides in your skincare, give it enough time. Yeah. And then, of course, we have the hyaluronic acid. And our hyaluronic acid is very specific because we have the natrium hyaluronate, and that one has much smaller molecules. So it basically penetrates the skin deeper. Yeah, it goes deeper in the skin, which means we can go through different layers of the skin, and it gives an amazing firmness. And yeah, the antioxidants is something that is super important as well. For example, the vitamin C and the vitamin E. And in this case, I would also definitely recommend collagen. Our collagen has acai in it, and the acai is like really like a super bomb of the antioxidants. Yeah. And yeah, I think when it comes to our products, definitely the hyaluronic acid filler serum. I know a lot of you love that one, and it is very, very nice, and it gives you a youthful look. It gives you a bit more plumper look, and it also helps you, of course, with a hydration of your skin. And yeah, then we could go further to the expert tips.
Here you go. And someone is
Exactly.
asking to talk more about collagen, but we are
Yeah, we will do
right
that in a bit.
to that. Yeah,
yes, we'll do that in a little bit, Khadija. So, of course, again, sun protection is important. Why? fine wrinkles and fine lines are also part of aging. To prevent aging, we need to use SPF always. So don't forget, SPF is a thing that you should actually always be using. Yeah. Be gentle when you apply products, but also be gentle, please, when you wash your face. Yeah. When you wash your face, don't rub it. When you use a towel, don't take a super dry, rough towel and just rub your face. You can use a microfiber towel, for example. You can use silk pillows to sleep on. I see a lot of times when people apply one of my favorite products, that is the Our Eye Cream, that they're like rubbing it in like this. Yeah, just dab it. You can just simply dab products. You don't need to like rub it in, and just let your skin soak it in. Okay. And of course, hydration. Drink enough. Use a daily moisturizer that is made for your skin, like a cleanser that doesn't dry your skin out. And a tiny little extra tip that is not mentioned here as well. If you apply your serum, specifically the hyaluronic acid serum, apply it on damp skin. Don't dry your face completely after washing. Let it be a little bit damp, and then apply the serum and let it soak in, so it can really like absorb the moisture from the outside as well and carry it into your skin. It says, how long is it's a German question, how long is the SPF lasting? Yes, I would definitely go ahead and apply the skin SPF every couple of hours, specifically if you're under heavy sun exposure. I think someone needs to mute themselves. But I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the expert tips, Schora, then we
Yeah.
go to the third one of this evening, and that's the third concern. We all realize that with age, the elasticity of our skin isn't the same anymore as it was before. So
Yeah.
let's explore this one here, sagginess and lost firmness, and what should help to reduce this concerns or these concerns.
Yeah, I mean, sagginess and lost firmness obviously also come with aging, right? It's just something we cannot prevent always. Also, often after pregnancy or something, people just, they just have that. And with age, the collagen in our body reduces. So, which means if we have sagginess and loss of firmness, it's very often less of collagen in our body. Yeah, the elastin is not as firm anymore, and of course things like hyaluronic acid are helping there. And when it comes to key ingredients, definitely we go back to the peptides again. Peptides, like I mentioned before, is a certain amino acids that help to create or help to improve the growth of collagen and also actually of elastin in the body. So please drink your collagen as well. Yeah. And then also we have in our EGF lifting serum, we do have our epidermal growth factors. I want to say here, just to make sure that everyone understands, this serum is a serum that you will see a difference when you use it on long term. We cannot expect to put a serum on our face and then all of a sudden everything is like again, right? That's not going to happen. So this is really something where I say you need to use it on a longer term basis to see the effects. And again, what are actually epidermal growth factors? They are as well proteins that stimulate skin cell regeneration for a more youthful look and a little bit of a radiant appearance. Yeah, and it also boosts collagen and elastin production in your skin. And of course, we also need hydrating ingredients. Yeah, because also here it's important to make sure that your body has enough hydration. And now we come also quickly to the recommendations. Like I mentioned, the EGF lifting serum, it will instantly give you that lifting look, and long term it will really show you good results. And then also, of course, we have the Radiance, which is a powerhouse of the superfoods. Beauty starts from within. So we really need to make sure that also whatever we take to us has enough to help us improve our skin, and also help us to just help our body to, you know, produce everything that it's needed. So that's why the collagen for me, and I'm having it here actually, is an absolute game changer. And then also the T-bar. So you all know most likely that you know, there is these things called skin gym, and you can like do all these things and massage your face, etc. And with our T-bar, you can do that very, very nicely. The T-bar, it has the vibration, right? And then it has the little T-bar which you can actually a little bit form your skin, contour your skin, and that one increases blood circulation in your skin, but also it will long term increase the firmness. So if you do that, like in the morning, for example, it will help you to depuff, but in the evening to de-stress. But then at the same time, you're helping your skin to have a little bit more firmness long term. Yeah. And
Great.
then we can go to the expert tips.
Yes, of course, because you also have some tips here.
Yes. So combine your skincare with facial exercises. That's what I just talked about with the T-bar. Of course, you can also use a gua sha or something, but I love the T-bar because actually it has the vibration. And I always wake up very puffy with a very puffy face. So I love to just use that also after a flight. Amazing, actually. And then we need a diet which is rich in antioxidants. For example, blueberries. Yeah, it's one type of antioxidant, but also you have a very much of a powerhouse in collagen. And try to sleep on your back. Try to use like, you know, bed sheets that are from silk. There are small little things that you can do on a daily basis that just will improve this as well.
Yeah, because sleeping on your back is quite difficult, you
Huh?
know.
I
You
know.
don't know if you do that.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got for Mother's Day, I got silk pillows for my wife.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, well, if I'm not sleeping on my back, I could use a silk pillow here. Is that helpful, right?
Definitely. And actually, funny, yes, Rachel says good husband. Yes, you are a good husband.
Yeah.
And also Jessica said something amazing. Now we have also our sleeping masks, right? If anyone in December during our Christmas offers had the sleeping mask in their packages, then this is amazing as well for specifically around the eyes to avoid that. But yeah, Dan, really good husband, and it will help you to sleep on the silk. Let's see. Maybe you should do some before and after pictures and show us later.
Yeah, not while I'm sleeping.
No. Just after a couple of months of using the silk
Yeah.
pillow.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Yeah.
So that was the third one. Let's go through the fourth. Let's dive into the fourth one. As some people, and sometimes also already at a younger age,
Yeah.
are, for example, suffering from blemishes and breakouts and white spots, etc. What can we do to reduce these kind of concerns?
Yeah. I mean, also that can be due to different reasons, but uneven skin texture. Like for example, your skin is a little bit bumpy. It's not like very radiant. It's more dull. It's lacking a bit smoothness. You might have a little bit bigger pores, or you just have, you know, blackheads, whiteheads, and just for example, like post inflammatory marks from pimples or acne. Then there is of course specific products, like our key ingredients from our products are, one of them is definitely salicylic acid. And the salicylic acid obviously is also in our salicylic acid line. Yes. So that's not something that you would miss if you need salicylic acid, and you need to look on it on our website. But it is a chemical exfoliant. It is not a very harsh exfoliant. So we have everything quite in a quite good percentage to not penetrate the skin too heavily. And then, of course, we again have the niacinamide, which does help to just even out the skin a little bit better. And sometimes also helps a little bit with pore reduction, but please make sure that we need pores. We all have pores and it's normal to have them. And then, of course, also, again, the AHAs, yeah? So the chemical exfoliants. But it's always important to still moisturize your skin well after using those chemical exfoliants, yeah? You need to make sure, just because our skin gets, for example, a little bit more oily than other skin types, doesn't mean that we don't need hydration. So you could go ahead, for example, if you are having these skin concerns, you could try the salicylic acid moisturizer as well. And then, of course, the recommendations again is one of the very nice ones, the Pro Collagen Serum. That one has also vitamin C in it. So if you're using the Pro Collagen Serum, there is no need to use the vitamin C serum as well, because it could just get too much for your skin. And but this one helps you out to even out the skin texture. Plus, like the name says, it also has collagen peptides in it, yeah? And then another one is, for example, the salicylic acid clarifying cleanser. That one will really help you clean out the pores properly, get rid of the sebum, and also just help with reducing breakouts and blemishes.
Yeah, then we come to the expert tips, right?
Exactly, yes. Make sure you cleanse always gently. If you wear a lot of makeup, make sure you cleanse twice. I usually always cleanse twice, and I do not normally wear a lot of makeup throughout the day. Use an exfoliant 1 to 2 times a week. Find out which one is good for your skin. If you want to use, for example, the exfoliant just in your skincare routine, for example, salicylic acid ones, or if you want to go for the AHA and BHA mask, for example. And just very important that you should definitely use the correct products for your skin type. Yeah, if you have blemishes, etc., it can always be a different cause. Consult with your doctor as well. Yeah, if it's something that is just very heavy, then just make sure that you get the right information and use the right skincare products too.
And Schora, there was a question in the chat: how much drops do you need? Because a lot of people might use a bit too much. And I think it's concerning the refining serum.
I guess serum, right? Yes. Yeah. I mean, like, we have this peptide, right? I just like squeeze it once, and then I just place a little bit here. Basically, I would say 2 to 3 drops. That's fine. Yeah. You don't have to overuse it.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that one covered. Then the last one. So we're already at the 5th and final skin concern, which is redness and sensitive skin.
Yeah.
So let's go through that and see. Let us know what the recommendations are here.
Yes. So redness and sensitivity. I'm one of the type of people that has dry and sensitive skin. It can always, or very often, it's just a cause of maybe damaged skin barrier. It can be a burning, itching feeling. It can be external, but also internal triggers. Sometimes it's allergies, so just make sure that you get that checked as well. But key ingredients that are very helpful are things like panthenol, definitely. Then we do have, like, panthenol has calming ingredients. It basically helps your skin to calm down, reduce redness, and de-stress, let's say, your skin. Yeah. And then again, niacinamide, you hear the name all the time, but it is really a very good ingredient, actually. It's a vitamin B3, basically. And it also can help us to rebuild our skin barrier again. Yeah, so don't overuse it, but it does help. Yes, and then we have the ceramides. Those are basically fats that will help your skin to get enough moisture. And yeah, what else do we have here? Yeah, we have also the allantoin. The allantoin is as well very similar like ceramides and also niacinamide. It just has a lot of calming ingredients as well. And then the recommendation for people with dry and sensitive skin, definitely the Panthenol calming serum. That is something that really just it'll give you that comfort for your skin. It helps with very sensitive skin, and it will definitely help you to feel and see already much less redness. Then we have the Bisabobo calming cleansing milk. That's also the one that I use. It's very gentle to the skin, and what I like about it is yeah, it cleans your skin. It does not sometimes feel very common because it doesn't foam, but it cleans your skin and it leaves your skin hydrated even after the cleansing, before you put your serum and before you put your cream. Yeah. So if you tend to have dry skin, I would really recommend that one. And of course, we have our niacinamide rebalancing toner again, which improves to strengthen the weakened skin barrier and has gentle ingredients as well. And then I think the expert tips, right?
Yep, here they are.
Perfect. Yes. If you have very sensitive skin, of course, please first do a patch test with the new products. I mean, you always want to make sure that it works. And if it's very sensitive and you know that it's just difficult, then just try it first. You could do that a little bit like here on your neck, or I wouldn't necessarily do it on the hand because you want to see a little bit how it would react in the area of your face, or just behind the ear. Also here, wear sunscreen every day. Why? If you have dry and sensitive skin, that means most of the time your skin barrier is already quite weakened, and sunscreen will still help you to protect your skin from outside factors and to not burn it. Yeah, so that's very important. And yes, of course, like I said in the beginning, consult a doctor or dermatologist to just make sure. And another very personal tip I have, check the hardness of your water at home, because I had that really, like, my family is in Germany. When I go to Germany, I tend to get extremely dry skin, and I also have a form of neurodermatitis, eczema, and that most of the time comes back when I go to Germany. So I figured that it's the hardness of the water, and you could do something against that, for example, with different filters. And then don't shower too hot. I should learn that as well. Do not shower too hot because that's drying out your skin. Obviously, also don't wash your face with too hot water. I see a couple of questions. I will see if I can answer them. Is that okay, Dan?
Yes, of course. We had a first one. If you can mix several serums at the same time.
If I wouldn't mix them, I would maybe alternate between morning and evening. If you want to use different ones, then just use one in the morning, one in the evening, but I wouldn't necessarily mix them. I mean, you shouldn't always layer too much, like do too many layers of your skin, of the skincare products all at once, because you want the ingredients to be working properly. So you don't want to mix them up, but you could do it alternating. Yeah. And then I think when do we have to use the SPF in German? Yeah, the SPF is always the last thing. So you clean, you use the toner, you use your serum, your day cream, and then you finish off with sunscreen. Yeah. Best serum for dark spots is vitamin C glow serum. And then there is also a first question, pimples of a 10-year-old boy. I would definitely double check with the doctor first, with the dermatologist, because first you need to see where it comes from. Yeah.
And especially with children.
Yes, because it is also sometimes just yeah, they're just in that age where that can happen, and they do get a little bit more pimples. It's just puberty. So yeah.
Yeah, and we all know what that is.
Yeah. Hormonal and the way we look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so we are now almost coming to the end of this session of this evening. But before we wrap up, there are some last tips and tricks you would like to share with the audience, right?
Yeah. Yes. So last but not least, first identify your skin concerns, and then of course use the targeted serums or the extra products like the AHA exfoliants or specific cleaners or whatsoever. How can you do that? You can, for example, do our skin consult online that we have, and always remember, of course, apply serums or anything that you put on your skin, please, on clean skin. If you use your toner on a cotton pad, you'll see how much dirt is actually left on your skin. So sometimes we think we've cleaned it, but we haven't. And then, of course, anything you do, also with skincare, consistency is like the key to it. Do it in the morning and do it in the evening. You won't see results if you don't do it on a regular basis. Just like going to the gym, if you want to lose weight, if you want to eat healthy, you're not gonna like gain by eating one burger, but you're also not gonna lose weight by not moving or anything constantly, right? And then the daily sunscreen is one of the most important, I think. It's for almost every skin type. And on top of that, it's getting warm. So it's anyways time for sunscreen. And I use it in the winter too, by the way. And honestly, don't underestimate the power of collagen, specifically when it comes to aging, to healthy hair, healthy skin, healthy nails, healthy bones and joints. It does just so much more to you than actually only nice skin and hair and nails. It is really something that our body lacks with age, and we need to just take it as a supplement because our body is not producing it by itself anymore. So that's just something that will help us a lot. Yeah. And I think that was it from my side, Dan, right?
Well, absolutely. So thank you so much, Schora, for sharing all your knowledge. It was a huge pleasure to listen to you and all your tips and tricks and expert experiences. So thank you for making the time to be with us tonight.
Yes, thank you all for being here and listening.
It was great. So thank you so much. You were amazing. And of course, thank you everyone for being with us tonight as well. I hope you all found it very worthwhile. And please tune in next time for our third course of our skincare masterclasses, which will be on the 4th of June, also at 8 p.m. CET. And there we will talk about the extended skincare regimen. So looking forward to seeing you all there too. Wishing you all a very nice evening. Take good care of yourself and see you soon. Bye bye.